Hi guys, welcome to Linux our YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I am your Linux trainer. So what's new in this video? In this video I will tell you how to configure AWS CloudFront services. So guys, let's begin the topic. But before start the lab session, we have to understand few points, which is what is CloudFront and their use cases. So for the demonstration purpose, I have a lab scenario for you. Guys, please look at that. This is my AWS CloudFront setup environment. So the first question coming in our mind is, what is AWS CloudFront? So AWS CloudFront is basically a web services that speed up distribution of your static and dynamic web content such as .html, .css, .js and image files to your users. CloudFront delivers your content through a worldwide network of data centers called edge location. When a user requests to the content to your servicing with CloudFront, the request is routed to the edge location that provide the lowest latency. I mean to say that is time delay. So that content is delivered with the best possible performance. So request goes to the edge location and forward to the edge location. So if the content is already in the edge location with the lowest latency, CloudFront delivers it immediately. If the content is not in the edge location, CloudFront retrieves it from an origin, that is an origin that we have defined such as Amazon S3 bucket, or we can define as a HTTP server, and then delivers to the user. So this is the kind of environment we provide in AWS CloudFront services. Okay, so this is how CloudFront work with the lowest latency. So let's begin the lab session. So for the lab session, firstly I will create my S3 bucket with some update loaded files like some image file or web files. So on my desktop I have a folder named data. I will show you. Look at that. This is a data folder where I have a folder where I have two files. One is my image file, this one is an image file, and another is a index.html, which I will be prefer later. And once I created my S3 bucket, I will upload these files into my S3 bucket and then try to access these files via CloudFront. Okay, so let's make S3 bucket first. So for this I go to my AWS services and under the storage I find out S3 bucket. So here is my AWS web console, and on the services here on storage I have the S3 bucket. So I click on this. So first of all I am going to create a bucket which will act as in my origin source. So it's empty. There is no bucket, so I click on create bucket, give some bucket name. It should be unique, so I'm saying demo 1 2 3 4. Okay, our region is US East North Virginia, no issue. Then I allow public access, so I just allow public access, and then I acknowledge, click on the acknowledgement. And I need a basic bucket, so I won't putting any details and do any more changes. So I go with the default settings and just go little down and say versioning, let it be disabled, no need of versioning right now. So just simple create bucket. Okay, there we go. Now I have my own bucket named demo 1 2 3 4. Okay, just close these options. So now I'm going to upload my image and HTML files and make it publicly accessed. So for this I come into my S3 bucket and upload the file. So I open my bucket and go to the upload section, click on add files, go to the data, select both of the files, say open. These are the small files, so should not take a long time. It's going to be uploaded, so I'm going to just upload first file, second file. That's good, uploaded successfully. Just close and come out from there. Now here I have my uploaded files. Now select one by one both file and make it allow publicly access via action tab. So I open and select one file, go to the action tab and make it public. make public. Okay, close, go back again with index.html, action, and make public, close. Okay, so now here I have my S3 bucket with my uploaded files which have public access. Okay, now I have to create a distribution and use it. So for this I click on the service again and go to the network and content delivery. So I just scroll up down here, where is the network and content delivery, here is, and click on the CloudFront. Otherwise I can search it from also using simple CloudFront. Okay, now click on the create distribution. So for making CloudFront, just click, select the web delivery method. So this is for web distribution where I have static or dynamic content like .html, .php and many more. I can distribute media files using HTTP and HTTPS. So click on the get started. Okay, so there are some important points we have to be discussed, like origin domain name. So what is origin domain name? Enter the domain name, in my case that is my S3 bucket. So I just click and look at these are giving me some other option like ELB and many more, but I selected my S3 bucket. Okay, that's good. Now go with the origin path name. So origin path name means something that you can give in the for folders from where you want to access the data, but in my case directly reside into the bucket, so there are no extra folders, so I don't need it to enter anything here. Okay, so I just leave it blank. Original ID, where we define origin domain name, automatically origin ID appears. We can customize this ID as per our requirement, but I'm going with this. I'm not going to modifying it. Okay, and then we will move restrict bucket access. So I said yes, I click on the yes. I want to keep it private, otherwise you can go with no option. Okay, and I want to create new identity. So I click on the create new identity, then move to the grant read permission. So I said yes, update bucket policy according what I say. Okay, so now little bit move, scroll down. Okay, so go with the default option for rest of the settings, and now move to the right, now move to the protocol policies. So I go with the HTTP and HTTPS both, otherwise you can select redirect HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, so I'm going with the HTTP and HTTPS, and little bit scroll down, smoothing, versioning, URL access. If you want to give the some particular URL access, you can select yes and give the URL path. And yeah, that is very, very important. Distribution setting, price classes. So now on the price classes we have some options like we have some options like we can select use all edge location. This is the best performance, this one. Okay, what does AWS basically do here? It use all the locations which are associated with the AWS across the global range. Otherwise we can specify based on the region also, like only US, Canada, Europe, or US, Canada, Europe, Asia, Middle East and Africa. But I go with the best performance, use all edge location. Okay, and scroll down a little bit more. There is some Ssl certification. So if you wanna configure the Ssl, you can go there and move to the HTTP versions, 2.1, 1.1 all enable. Now that is the default root object, that is very important. So here I have specified my index.html which is in the S3 bucket. So I say index.html. okay, so once my distribution is created and someone hit my domain name, my index.html page will be automatically reachable. So that's why I mentioned default root object index.html. Otherwise I have to mention the domain name / index.html. okay, so now I scroll down and say that's sufficient for me. Say create distribution. Okay, so I click on create distribution. Okay, that's nice. So when my distribution is getting created now, this is process might take long time. So if I click on the distribution, we can realize that it is in the progress. Look at that, status in the progress, and it takes some time, approx 5 to 10 minutes for this distribution to get created. The reason is that the web code and the web pages will be distributed across the all edge locations across the globe, hence it takes some time to get the data. So meanwhile, I am going to pause this session and I would come back with the remaining part once the distribution is completed. So bear with me for that while. Okay, so there you go, the distribution has been you can say that it has been deployed and status is enabled. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and use this setting. So if I click on the web, this option, and go to the distribution settings, so I can see that all these options like distribution ID, the ARN, the WB method is web, and status, and here we have the domain name also. Okay, so I copy this domain name and I am going to redirect my web page, and let's check its work or not. So I go to the distribution again, and here is my domain name, so I just copy it, that is this one, so I just copy. Okay, and open one more browser, one more tab, so paste. Once I press enter, look at that what happened. Okay, so guys, when I press enter, I access my web page through the edge location, not directly with the server. So this is the services we are providing through the CloudFront. So we also had a JPG file which we wanted to access. So the file name was first.jpg. So I just append the file name in the browser. So for this I say /first.jpg, and when I press enter, look at that what happened. That's cool. So now here we have that object delivered to me via CloudFront distribution. So if I reboot or if I reload this, it take a little latency time and open so quickly. So if you want to remove this distribution, so do not forget to firstly you have to disable this, and then after you can delete it. But remember, again it will take some more time. So after that, once you disable it, do not forget to remove your S3 bucket also. So let's see how to disable. When I click here and go to the disable, say yes, and again it will take some time. Okay, so it's a close, and look at that, the disabling process status in progress. Okay, so guys, this was about the CloudFront, and finally this is the end of this topic. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic, then I'll keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you want to know more something else, please leave your comment and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Guys, one more thing, if you are interested in Linux online classes for Red Hat Linux and AWS and many more, please contact us through the given links which is mentioned in the description. Thanks for watching, stay safe and goodbye.